What is up YouTube, James Baek here, and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Baek Battles. Now let me just say, the day I'm recording this and the time this video might be going up in some places in the world, it's Christmas. So happy holidays to everyone who does celebrate a holiday, and if not, I just hope you're having a wonderful day in itself. But everyone, hope you're happy no matter where you are in the world, no matter what you're doing, surrounded by the people and the friends and family who care about you and you care about right back. But yeah, so I kind of made a blunder. This video is going up really late, and the reason is because I forgot about Pokemon Global Link maintenance, and actually I'm recording right when it ended, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to find an opponent, but I'm going to try to upload this video as soon as possible from the time I'm recording this. So we'll see how this goes. We're still using the Mega Manectric team. We got Manectric, Tapu Bulu, Incineroar, Gyarados, Latios, and Celesteela. The music I'll be using in this video is provided by GlitchX City and her remixes of Christmas Pokemon songs, I guess you could say. Some holiday songs, really nice, and I think it just fits the mood. So we're going to be using the team, and we're going to be playing a bit of Christmas music in the back just to get into the holiday spirits. So let us see if we can find the first opponent, but otherwise, yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest, because I'm not sure how many people are going to be playing Battle Spot right when maintenance just ended. It's not like, oh boy, maintenance is over, I'm going to play some Pokemon. I don't know how many people do that, especially on Christmas, but as soon as I find an opponent, I will let you know. So we'll be right back for our first opponent of the day. Alright, we found our first opponent from Iowa. Kikio? I don't know how to pronounce this. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I faced this person yesterday. I actually, if you haven't noticed, I played some games off camera. And this was one of the opponents I actually played yesterday. So, yeah, this is actually going to be really interesting because I don't know how this is going to go out. Pelipper, Ludicolo, Tapu Koko, Kartana, Metagross, and Greninja. So if I remember correctly, my opponent led Ludicolo, Kartana, protected Kartana turn 1, faked out my... I think it was faked out my... Gyarados, then next turn withdrew into Pelipper as I went for Flamethrower and Z-Fly. Okay, so the 4 Pokemon I want to bring, Manectric, Gyarados, Incineroar. Do I even need Incineroar? Incineroar is kind of nice for fake out pressure, which I do like against my opponent's team quite a bit, but Latios is actually pretty tempting, but I need Incineroar, I think, for the Metagross matchup. If the Metagross wasn't on my opponent's side of the field, I would bring Latios 100% because Rain is one of the matchups I really like Latios in, but let's just lock in because I do recognize this opponent. I actually think I faced this opponent when they were just starting out around like the low 1500s, so seeing about 100 points difference, I believe. So let's see what will be the adjustments, because this is technically a game 2. I don't know what you would lead, to be honest. There's not much you can do because my opponent really doesn't have anything that can threaten Mega Manectric. Maybe just lead the rain mode, like the hard rain mode, which is kind of what I expected turn 1. We'll see. I think I want to double protect turn 1 if that's the case, and then Z-Fly and Volt Switch. Yeah, it's going to be the hard rain mode. So this is what I expected my opponent to lead game 1. So not sure how my opponent's going to play it this time. But Manectric plus Gyarados. Manectric's really important in this matchup. Unfortunately, I think Pelipper is going to get a free Tailwind up. If I expect Tailwind, I do want to... Or like fake out Hurricane into the double and the Gyarados. I do want to Volt Switch. But like Manectric's just too valuable to risk, I think. I think I'd rather just protect and double protect here. I want to scout for what my opponent's going to do. This is not a good position. Since my opponent knows I have Z-Fly, which makes a huge difference in this game, because usually it'd be great for game 1, but now I don't know what my opponent's going to do. Just fake out into Manectric. Could have went for the Z-Bounce. I should have just went for the Z-Bounce, I guess. And Talon's going to be set up. Okay. I'm guessing it's maybe Giga Drain, Hydro Vortex into Gyarados. Not Giga Drain, Hydro Vortex, Giga Drain, Hurricane, or... Yeah, I would think something of that nature. I'm going to actually switch out and harden the Tapu Bulu. Because Tapu Bulu is the most expendable member of this team for right now. And I'm just going to try to get rid of this Ludicolo since Fake Out most likely... Now, I think you would want to abuse the Rain Turn, so I don't know if you would switch out. You don't even have a good switch in. And also the fact that I mean, yeah, I think you would abuse like the speed advantage right here and try to get a knockout. As Skull is going to come out. Okay, not even Hydro Vortex. Going to target Tapu Bulu, which is okay because Tapu Bulu going to be able to eat that Scald. No burn, which is nice, and double Scald actually targeting that slot. So really want to get rid of Manectric, but I get to have a free switch in my Tapu Bulu. Get burned, but that's alright because I was facing two, you know, Pokemon that could have burned me right there. As I will go for my Supersonic Skystrike into the... We'll go for Supersonic Skystrike into this Ludicolo. Now the question is what's coming in the back. Metagross is going to be hard to deal with for sure. That's one turn of Tailwind gone. I have to stall out two more. I want to break Pelipper's Focus Sash so I can just knock it out with Volt Switch with my Manectric in the future game. If it is the Focus Sash variant, but I don't think it was Damp Rock from the last time I played. I did play this opponent yesterday actually, so let's see. What's gonna come out? Kartana, okay. So, that's unfortunate because I gave my opponent the grassy terrain. Yet, I'm liking how Incineroar looks right now if I set up properly. Do I risk Incineroar here? I'd rather lose Tapu Bulu right here, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna Horn Leech and protect just to scout because if I lose Tapu Bulu, I get a free switch to Incineroar, which is kind of what I want here. As Kartana's gonna detect. Okay, not abusing the grassy terrain or Tailwind that my opponent has. So let's see, maybe trying to get prior damage on Gyarados or just try and knock out the Bulu. Prior damage on Gyarados, okay. Because I'm gonna get a Horn Leech off, and this should still. I broke the Focus Sash on Pelipper, which is really solid here. I'm really hoping I lose my Tapu Bulu in the next turn though. If not, at least Horn Leech, Banded Horn Leech, it did a lot. It's a 2-hit KO on Pelipper, so I can just Horn Leech. And I think I'll just switch out my Gyarados into Incineroar because I only see the worst potential is like Leaf Blade plus Hurricane in that slot, which Incineroar should be able to like take. So yeah, and I don't care if you knock out Bulu because I get the free switch into my Manectric. So Incineroar going to come out. Leaf Blade going to come out into that slot. How much does this do? It's grassy terrain. Not too bad, Incineroar. It's eating that up. Hurricane going to come out, target down my Tapu Bulu, which is okay, as I said. Now I have to fake out pressure that I want. Tapu Bulu going to go down, and also Tailwind should be expiring here. Yes. So I do get my Manectric in, and I think I'll just Volt Switch in regular form. Yeah, Volt Switch in regular form. This is also the last turn of Rain. Yeah. I can Volt Switch in regular form and just fake out the Kartana. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to. Because right here, like, I don't have to Mega Evolve, so I can save my Lightning Rod just in case Coco's in the back. I'm not sure my opponent brought Coco. I could definitely see it. I could also see a switch out from Pelipper into maybe Tapu Koko. I could see maybe Kartana also switching out, but again, all of those plays are pretty fine, especially since Incineroar is healing to a decent amount, and the Pelipper is threatened by my Manectric. Both of these Pokemon are actually threatened by Manectric, thanks to my Flamethrower and Volt Switch possibilities, so this is a very safe play, because even if you double protect, like, the Rain's gonna wear out, as Pelipper does protect here, and I do fake out into the Kartana. Nice. I'll take that. Volt Switch into the Pelipper. Doesn't do anything. Rain stops. The problem is Kartana. Okay, I can't tell if Kartana got Sash back. It looked like it barely misses its Focus Sash, actually. I think I'm just going to Volt Switch to Pelipper. And Flareless Kartana. I can pick up a double knockout here, potentially. Or just pick up a knockout into the Kartana slot in general. Because I'm not sure what your last Pokemon is, but basically I want that Volt Switch. I also get double Intimidate onto Kartana unless Pelipper gets a double Protect here, which is really solid, as Pelipper is actually going to switch out, which is completely fine. And Coco's going to come in. Okay, that's pretty good for me because I get a lot of damage on the Kartana right here. And the Electric Terrain is actually going to boost up my power with Manectric, and my opponent really doesn't have like much offensive pressure against my Manectric, so that's something good. But I guess I'm in an awkward position afterward because then I can be threatened by a Thunderbolt combined with Scald. The Volt Switch, how much does this do? That does a solid chunk. I get to go on to Gyarados. I want Incineroar for later in the game. Alright. Ooh, my opponent might... Like, I might win the turn, but I'm not winning the board position right here, as Z-Move is actually going to come out. Bloom Nook? All out pummeling. Actually, that could really help me. Because that's gonna, well, it is -2 all out pummeling. Let's see if Incineroar can actually knock it out. But I'm actually hoping that Incineroar lives the turn. I can Flare Blitz the Kartana, and then I get my free switch into my Manectric, which would be really nice. Is that really KO at -2? Oh, it did. Okay. I underestimated Kartana's power there. I mean, Kartana is at -2 after the Intimidate from my Manectric once again. I think I just Volt... No, I Flamethrower the Tapu Koko slot. Wait, doesn't Flamethrower do more? Volt Switch. Flamethrower is 90. Volt Switch is 70, 105 a stab. In electric terrain, round 150 divided by 2. Yeah, Flamethrower is more powerful. I do wonder if Leaf Blade... I don't think Leaf Blade plus Dazzling Gleam would knock me out, so I'm just going to Flamethrower the Tapu Koko slot. As Kartana detects, probably fearing my Flamethrower, which is okay here. Let's see what the Tapu Koko went for. I'm guessing it's Gleam here. You can't use Z-Move on Gyarados, which is very fortunate for me. Flamethrower going to come out into the Tapu Koko slot. And Thunderbolt. Yeah, going to target down the Gyarados. This is exactly what I want, because now I can go for a Dragon Dance, I feel like, and a Flamethrower. And the only way my opponent can get, like, as long as the end game is, like, difficult, because, like, I'm putting myself in a position where Kartana can get a crit, or if it has Tailwind. But I kind of doubt this one has Tailwind, to be honest, because you have Pelipper with Tailwind, so most Kartanas on rain teams don't run Tailwind, so I'm basically going off that factor. And also, you might be wanting to switch out Kartana to go into Pelipper, so you can preserve Kartana for the Gyarados endgame if that becomes a bit too troublesome. So I can see Kartana attacking here, I can see Koko protecting. There are a bunch of things I can do, but my opponent's going to stay in with both, which is okay. So I do get the knockout on top of Koko. Nice. As long as Leaf Blade doesn't crit, we should be good. Leaf Blade. Nice, nice, nice. Dragon Dance, and I'm pretty sure this puts... I'm pretty sure +1 Gyarados in the rain can knock out a Pelipper. Well, Pelipper has decent physical defense, if I remember correctly. His special defense isn't great, but his physical defense, I think, is alright. How much was it at? I think Waterfall should knock out Gyarados at that... I mean, Pelipper at that range. I'm worried about if it lives the turn, is able to get Scald off or Tailwind potentially. But I just Waterfall and Flamethrower here. I think it's very safe. I could Snarl here too. But if Pelipper protects and Kartana goes for a Leaf Blade crit, I could be in trouble. So I'm going to Flamethrower plus Waterfall no matter what. I wonder if Kartana will live a Flamethrower in the rain. I'm curious. I don't think it does, to be honest. Especially if it's Z-Move. And that meant I didn't have to worry about Focus Sash. I didn't actually see the Z-Move in the first game we played. So, let's see. Pelipper going to protect. That's fine. Let's see. Flamethrower doesn't knock out Kartana in the rain. This is a pretty cool animation, not going to lie. With Mega Manectric in the rain, spitting fire. But Kartana does go down, which is exactly what I wanted. And Waterfall gonna go out into the Pelipper's Protect, but that's game because Manectric in electric terrain is about to pick up some KOs. And let's see, I think Gyarados... Manectric got 3 KOs here. Nice, nice, exactly what I wanted. Volt Switch into Pelipper. As the match is gonna be forfeited. Nice, nice, nice. So... Mega Manectric putting in the work. Z Bounce also doing a lot of work. Yeah, like my opponent had a really hyper offensive rain team, so if you wanted to switch out Ludicolo, like I'm guessing it didn't have Protect #1, and also the fact if you wanted to save Ludicolo, you would have probably had to either one take a lot of damage to Kartana or a lot of damage to Koko, and I don't think my opponent wants to risk any of them and just want to get damage off. Maybe just knock out Manectric so Kartana and Koko could have an easier time later on in the game, which is why I kind of expected my opponent would just stay in to attack. I could have also seen my opponent doubling up the Gyarados, but I don't think even if with the Grassy Terrain Giga Drain boost plus a Hurricane it would have knocked out. So nice, we're going to be able to pick up the first win with the team of today's episode. So Nice. I think I only played 2 games yesterday because I was playing pretty late anyway. Like, I got frustrated because I felt like I didn't play as well yesterday with this team. Because I think this team has a lot of potential, but I'm probably going to have to play a lot off camera with this team because, like, it's a bit different from my other teams. Like, compared to, like, the Mega Blaziken team where it's kind of straightforward and it's mostly on really hard reads. I feel like this team, it's like a lot of maneuvering that I have to get used to because I feel like some of the mods like can be put in a bad position. Like we saw yesterday, Landispherian was hard to maneuver around since I didn't bring Latios, and the fact that Gyarados is slower, as we find our second opponent from Japan, 1820 rating. Oh wait, I recognize this team. Kangaskhan, Milotic, Celesteela, Landispherian, Tapu Koko, and Volcarona. If I remember correctly, this was a QR code team back in regular Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it was actually Choice Specs Volcarona on this team. Although I would run Quiver Dance on this team, so I don't know if it's like changed or anything, but Manectric Gyarados looks really good. I wish I had HP Ice. If I had HP Ice, that would be amazing. Tapu Bulu can put in some work too. Incineroar's... This is a problem, right? Incineroar is really good here. I want to trade Incineroar for Latios because I definitely need Manectric. Intimidate's looking really good against my opponent's team, and Lightning Rod, and the way to hit Celesteela. Tapu Bulu is great against Koko, as well as the Milotic if it gets too problematic, as well as Landorus as a switch in, and can do massive amounts to Kangaskhan, even pick up the knockout with Superpower. And Gyarados is really good for Intimidate and just good overall against my opponent's team. But Latios is really tempting here. I think I want to go Manectric, Gyarados, Tapu Bulu, and you know what? We're going to go Latios. We're going to see how Latios works, because I really want to bring Latios to a game. And I think Latios can do some work. It has Ice Beam, it has Thunderbolt, it has Scarf Side Shock. So if I weaken the Volcarona by just a bit of damage, maybe with just a Volt Switch, I can put in Side Shock range, depending on how bulky the Volcarona is. Let's see. Although I think it would... Kangaskhan Tapu Koko is going to lead. Was this Specs Koko with Discharge? It might have been. It might have been. I honestly can't remember. I feel like we deja vu. This was something we saw yesterday. But if I remember correctly, this might have actually been Specs Koko, so I'm not exactly sure about how this is going to work. I'm just going to double protect here. Like, I can see a very, very clear switch into Gyarados, but... I mean, into Landis, but it looks like my opponent's either discharging themselves or... Yeah, I don't know. We should be good here, though. I will double protect here. Let's see what my opponent goes for. Tapu Bulu is also looking like a very nice switch in here. Fake out into Gyarados and Gleam. Oh, mind. That's a thing? Okay, that makes things a bit difficult. I mean, if I weaken the... I might have to abandon setup with Gyarados, and I'm thinking of just going for chip damage onto this Koko to put in range of Scarf Psyshock. I think I'll just Volt Switch to Kangaskhan and Supersonic Skystrike, though. Yeah, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to go for the Supersonic Skystrike and a Volt Switch. Gleam going to come out, okay. I could have Mega Walled there, but whatever. Does a good amount. Volt Switch is going to come out. If I can knock out Kangaskhan, that's like so good for my team. So, I don't know if you're going to double up Manectric or if you're going to target on the Gyarados here, but Bulu's my switch in here. Bulu gets my grassy terrain up. And I guess I play Mind Games with my opponent because I don't think you Thunderbolt my Gyarados. But, oh wait, isn't it Electrium Z on the Koko? Double Edge into Gyarados, that's fine. Because I'll live and I'll trade for the Kangaskhan here with Z move. I guess the problem is now Volcarona gets... maybe I should have thought about this more because now Volcarona gets a free switch in. But if I Dragon Dance, I would have still been slower than Koko anyway and then put in Dazzling Gleam Rage. Maybe I should have just went for Waterfall and not worried about Kangaskhan. I think that would have been better. You knock out Kangaskhan there, but now Volcarona gets a chance to set up, or I could go for the Flamethrower. You have a Latios though, so Latios can put in some work, but it's difficult. Yeah, Volcarona's gonna come in. Oh boy, I don't like my position here. I think I have to go for a Wood Hammer and a Coco, and I'm gonna protect. Let's see. Let's see what the Volcarona lock itself into, if it does lock itself into move. If it goes for Quiver Dance, that's a better situation because I think Quiver Dance is a lot easier to handle than it just going for an attack, but it's just gonna lock itself into Flamethrower. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. So Bulu's gonna go down, and you have to go into Manectric here, I think. This is not good. I don't like my board position here. I feel like I screwed up by targeting down the Kangaskhan. I think I should have just went for Waterfall. I guess I'll Volt Switch to Coco, and I'll attempt a double, I guess. Because I should live one Gleam plus Flamethrower with my... Well, I don't know if I do with Latios, but we'll see. I also need to see if I can even... I don't even know if I can knock out Coco, to be honest. With Psyshock. We'll find out. Protect. Volt Switch. That's not going to be enough. Plus the grassy terrain. I would need some miracle. I think maybe like an Ice Beam Freeze or Psyshock crit. Yep, always Gleam here. How much does this do to Latios? It's like Specs. Latios survives, but does it survive? It's a Quiver Dance Volcarona. Okay, yeah. I guess maybe I should have went hard in a Latios in the first place. And saved my Tapu Bulu. Yeah, because I don't think I can win now. Even if I crit, I would need like 2 crits on the Volc. I need 2 crits. I would need to crit the Coco, and I would need to crit the Volcarona. Let's go for Psyshock and see how much it does. Yeah, I think I needed to Waterfall the Coco. Flamethrower into Gyarados. And Gleam, yeah. There's not much I could do. So that's going to be a good game to our second opponent. I really just put myself in a bad position, I feel like. Like, my opponent was just able to... Like, that Calm Mind turn on was really smart. I did not know it was Calm Mind Coco. Well, then again, the original team was also Choice Specs Volcarona. So, oh, wait. That means it wouldn't be Specs Coco, so maybe I could have went risky turn 1 and Volt Switched, I guess. But even then, like, Coco was a problem. This Coco was definitely a problem. It's like, well, Coco can be handled with some of my team, but it can't be handled with my entire team. Maybe I need Incineroar instead of Latios because I could have switched out Bulu into Incineroar if I did have Incineroar that one turn. Like, I had to sack Bulu, and I could go for Fake Out and then Dragon Dance maybe. But yeah, I think I just did myself, like, I just put myself into that bad position, was able to just get swept by Volcarona next to the +1 Coco. So yeah, my opponent handling that really well because of the pressure the Calm Mind Coco was just putting itself into. I wonder what I would even do if I could even force that into a game 3. Well, game 2, I guess. I don't even know. I guess I would have to lead Bulu, right? Maybe Bulu Gyarados. Maybe I should stop leading Manectric all the time. Maybe I should lead like Bulu Gyarados. Maybe I should try Bulu Gyarados because I usually like to lead Manectric a lot. But maybe inspired that battle, maybe I have to lead like Bulu. I think Bulu might be better. We got player from South Korea, 1755, as our third opponent of the day. What is this team? Homo, Salazzle, Mawile, Serena, Cresselia, Thunderous Variant. What? Let me even think, because I'm not even sure how to handle this. Okay, so Bulu's pretty bad here. I'm not bringing Bulu, that's for sure. Celesteela can put in some work if I just get rid of Salazzle. This is gonna be tough. Manectric's not even that good here, I think. I think I like Latios though as a lead. I think Latios and Cineroar is pretty solid actually against my opponent's team as a lead. I think I need Gyarados and I feel like Manectric could be good against my opponent's team. I like Celesteela though. I think Celesteela can put in some work. This set especially, I think it can put in some work. But I don't know. Like, my opponent, I think, has two different mons that can destroy me. They have a Mawile, which already puts on so much pressure against my team. And then they have a Como. Both of them are really troublesome to deal with. And I've never seen them on the same team before, so this should be interesting. Okay, my opponent doesn't lead Como, which is like the totem. Okay. I guess it's a fake out and Incineroar. I do just want to go for Psyshock into Salazzle, and I think I do want to just knock off the Cresselia. I don't really care. It looks like my opponent's going for a Trick Room mode. This is a really weird Trick Room setup lead, though. Maybe it has Icy Wind Crest, which would make more sense. Even if you Icy Wind, that's fine, I feel like. Salazzle's going to withdraw. Is that Mawile? Serena. Oh, my opponent's expecting Fake Out into Cresselia, which makes sense. But I don't mind this because I get one Psyshock damage into Serena, which is already really... What's Serena's base speed? Isn't it decent? It's Icy Wind, okay. So Psyshock into Serena, as well as an Icy Wind coming out onto my team. I get a knockoff into the Cresselia, and then I can actually Psyshock to Serena because I should still be faster because of my Choice Scarf. So knockoff into Cresselia. Get rid of your item, and that's going to get rid of your Weaky Berry. And I'm just going to Psyshock Serena, and I think I'm actually going to go out and Celesteela because even though Incineroar is not threatened here... Is my computer lagging? But I want to invite Salazzle. I'd rather invite in Salazzle right here because Salazzle's like easy to handle, whereas Mawile could be like really troublesome to deal with in the future. So Celesteela in... It's lagging. I hope it's not too bad. Psyshock in Serena. Does pick up the knockout. Icy Wind. Okay, it stopped. I think. Oh, but what if it's like... Okay, now Como can potentially set up. But I do have Scarf Latios, which outspeeds Como at +1, which is like the one benefit I have. So if this is like a whole Como setup, I still feel like I'm fine. It is actually a whole Como setup. Okay. Kinda wish I had Leech Seed. Leech Seed would do more than Flash Cannon. Avian Incineroar is better here, I think. And I just try to chip away to Como by a little bit so I can do some work with my my Scarf Latios. It also comes down to like what kind of Cresselia this is. Well, we already seen like what kind of Cresselia it is. We're actually going to see the switch out into Salazzle, which is actually pretty good for me since I don't have to worry about like... I have to worry about Fake Out the next turn, but like I don't have to worry about like Protect Icy Wind as this possibility once like one of my Pokemon goes down. That really didn't do much actually. That really didn't do much. Oh, it's starting to lag again. Actually, that's in-game itself. They're actually in sync. Okay, Flash Cannon into Como. I think that's Draco Meteor range. Oh, that's Draco Meteor range 100% after that. So, I don't have to worry about Como anymore. Like, my setup with Latios is pretty much complete. I'm going to double up the Salazzle and get rid of its Focus Sash. Salazzle's going to withdraw too into Cresselia. Okay, that's fine. I get some damage. Flamethrower. Ooh, this is even better. This is even better. So Celesteela goes down. But now I get a knockoff into the Cresselia slot. I could go out into Gyarados and Z move, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go into Gyarados and Z. If you have Helping Hand on Cresselia, that could be a problem. Actually, I think I should always go Latios, but the problem is I am expecting an Icy Wind here. I'll go into Latios. I'll go into Latios, knock off. I really want to go for Draco into Como. Just don't know if he protects or not. I think he would protect. I am Scarf. I already revealed that. I honestly want to go out into Gyarados, I feel like. I think Gyarados is actually fine. Because I don't think you should let me knock out Como with a Scarf Draco Meteor. You should know I'm Scarf. You should know I'm Scarf. I feel like you should absolutely know I'm Scarf. And if you just attack here, then I just made the bad misplay. But I feel like you should know I'm Scarf. That's always your play. Protect Icy Wind. Perfect. Icy Wind. Incineroar actually avoids, but I don't think that really changed much. I don't think it also changes any damage calcs for my opponent. Knockoff into Celia. Picks up the knockout. Now I can Z move Como and go for a knockoff into Salazzle. I kinda wish I had Snarl, because I think Snarl would 100% seal it up. But yeah, I'll go for a knockoff into Salazzle. Or I could just protect Gyarados. Actually, is there a reason to protect Gyarados? I think there is, actually. I'm going to protect Gyarados and Scout. Actually, no. I think attacking there. Unless you fake Sludge Bomb here. You actually do Sludge Bomb into Gyarados. Okay. Wait. Salazzle's faster. Huh? That's Choice Scarf Salazzle? Or is Salazzle naturally faster than Como and that's just slow Como? It's Scarf Salazzle. My lord, okay. Still in an awkward position because I don't know if Sludge Bomb plus Z. I think Sludge Bomb plus Clanging Scales does knock me out. Knock off Salazzle and I'll just Z bounce D Como. Actually, no. Como protects for some random reason. Doubling the Salazzle, which doesn't carry protect, is the better play. So Clanging Scales. I didn't have switching. I think Gyarados survives. One Sludge Bomb. I mean, it took that Clanging Scales really well. Sludge Bomb. No, it doesn't actually. I guess it comes down to how bulky. Oh, Latios took a hit. It's gonna come down to 50-50 whether Como protects or not, I think. Dang, if I had Psychic, I would click it here. Actually, wait. You got my special defense. Ice Beam might knock it out. I'm gonna Ice Beam Salazzle. What's this more? -2 Draco Meteor and Ice Beam from Latios at neutral. It's literally a 50-50 right here. Maybe I should try to get Latios in. I think getting in Latios was the play instead of I'm Ice Beaming Salazzle. Please work. Okay. Well, it depends on if Ice Beam knocks it out, but it's at neutral with Como, which is where the special defense drop does matter here. Ice Beam knocks out Salazzle. Oh, this might be a game I regret running Psyshock. I run Psyshock for Ludicolo. Well, whatever happens, good game to my opponent. Let's find out together. Can we get this knockout with Ice Beam? Como has been weakened already. It's at neutral special defense. They run Rash Nature if it's like close combat, so we'll see. Ice Beam. Oh, so close, but not on the mark. Flying Scale is gonna knock out Latios, and that's gonna be 1-2. Ugh. I feel like there were moments in the game I could play better though, but yeah. Like I called the 50-50 with Salazzle. Maybe it comes down to one. Does Draco Meteor knock out Como at -2? I don't think it does. Oh, jeez, it's lagging for the end. But what I was hoping for was, I guess maybe I should have weakened the Como again. I don't know. I think one of the plays I could have done better though was sack my Gyarados. Like not protect with Gyarados. I think protecting with Gyarados was actually a mistake. The reason why I say it's a mistake is because one, I could go for knockoff in a Salazzle and just Z move. If you knock out Gyarados, which my opponent did decide to do with the Sludge Bomb plus Clanging Scales double up, is if you did that play, like you could go for, I could get in my Latios for free, threaten a Draco Meteor onto the Como slot, and then I think I would live one Sludge Bomb with Incineroar because I'm Assault Vest and Salazzle doesn't have the best special attack in the world, so I think I could live one Sludge Bomb, knock out the Salazzle that turn, and if Salazzle targeted down the Latios, it wouldn't matter, and it wouldn't matter anyway because like I could Draco Meteor the Como next turn as long as I don't miss and my opponent doesn't protect there, and with Como doesn't get the double protect with Como, and then Salazzle can't knock me out. The only thing I was really worrying about was like, does the Salazzle carry knockoff? Because that was like one fear I had throughout the game. So yeah, I think my opponent played well. I didn't capitalize on some of the things I could have done throughout the game. I did make a few correct reads, but unfortunately like wasn't able to pull through in the end. But that's frustrating, man. What a way to kick out the holidays, but unfortunately gonna go with a negative episode. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. If you did like this video, please leave a like down below and have a happy time with your friends and family out there, people. You can check me out anytime with the social medias linked down below. If you want to try out the team, try it out down below. You can check out my social medias as well. But otherwise, happy holidays, people. Have a great day. I will catch you around in another video.